Well, hello, hello. All right, we are back. It was a shorter break this time, and we have Foamstars versus 1-2 Buckle My Shoe. You know, I 1-2 Buckle My Shoe, the team, certainly a household name at this point, really been making the rounds, but Foamstars, I just recognize, not necessarily because of the team, but the Foamstars is a game, that's certainly a game.
No, yeah, definitely. We're seeing two of the classic meme names pop up here. Foamstars, as everyone knows, the Sony Splatoon 3 ripoff with foam, and 1-2 Buckle My Shoe. Well, they're the classic roller-centric team that has been popping up lately in all the weeklies, all the big tournaments, and really making the name for themselves as they push an unorthodox weapon such as Splat Roller into high and even top level.
Yeah, it is quite impressive. Roller is definitely not one of those weapons where you expect to see in such high level play, but they are most certainly making it work, and there's definitely a lot of good positions. I think I see a lot on the TC Towers, one of their most notable map modes that they use it on.
No, yeah, definitely. That Splat Roller on 1-2 Buckle My Shoe is gonna have its rough spots on some maps and modes, but with the way that their player plays it, they do really, really well. They're really adaptive to a lot of different situations, and they can really get past a lot of the disadvantages that Splat Roller finds.
Indeed. And with this set, we are going to be moving to a best of 5, starting with tower control on Spillway.
I will admit, this is a very roller-friendly map here, with a lot of the weird geometry on the map does favor the big hitboxes and the sharking playstyle brought upon by that roller, sharking right underneath some of those ledges on the right and left side, just to be able to flick over the edge is really beneficial for a roller. So we may see 1-2 Buckle My Shoe get an advantage on this map just thanks to that.
No, absolutely, and I think, as you said, there's the terrain that's on this map. Even if Foamstars decide to run, a back on, but even if they running, say, their crab, I said, there's just so many good places for that roller to set up, and we are going to be seeing it coming out. On top of that is a custom junior.
No, yeah, definitely. Junior is definitely a really good duo alongside the roller, but a lot of times it has been replaced by Splash, which we still do see on the side of Foamstars, but both weapons are good. They do complement themselves. That double support playstyle is really useful for that roller, just enable its plays. But I don't know, 1-2 Buckle My Shoe is just a little bit better. That roller getting a lot of value, pushing up to a really aggressive position here. And Foamstars, even with their roller mirror matchup, is just struggling to deal with how much pressure 1-2 Buckle My Shoe's roller is putting out here.
That was an unfortunate rollback into the tri-strike, but Foamstars is still 2 down with the Booyah Bomb coming out. 1-2 Buckle My Shoe hasn't let go of this tower just yet. They're already on their 3rd checkpoint. They're getting so close to this knockout. Foamstars just barely holding on. Their own roller just trying to get the last pick. They might be able to get it here at 10 points, stopping 1-2 Buckle My Shoe from running away with this match.
Yes, just barely, but it is 10 points remaining. That's going to be really difficult for Foamstars to get back with it. Woozy just trying to get into an advantageous position, but getting quickly shut down by their Ditto. King Jaheim just looking to maybe bamboozle this 52. Not quite. They get picked by a curling bomb. Very unfortunate. And Foamstars is starting to get a push set up. That wave breaker, that crab. They have some specials online, but not if Muncher has anything to say about it. 1-2 buckle my shoe. Finally starting to get a foothold again, but not if they don't do it with Owuzi here already. Basically spawn camping here, getting 3 kills, and it is now looking very dangerous for 1-2 buckle my shoe. It's Foamstars quickly getting near that 10-point marker.
Yeah, that's absolutely huge. Like, getting the 3 down, that's going to reset their special, so they have nothing to defend the tower with, and with just the splash remaining, they're going to have to make a Hail Mary of a play, but they're going to get shut down by the 52. Foamstars making the comeback for that KO. Wow, that was quite impressive.
No, definitely. And honestly, on that push from Foamstars, the MVP has to have been Owuzi. They just went in so deep, getting pick after pick after pick with that roller, and just giving their team a lot of space to work with, a lot of space to charge, especially a lot of space to control with crab tanks. And and honestly, Owuzi just spearheaded that push really well.
Indeed, you know, like, I honestly, like, until they, like, made their play right there, 1-2 buckle my shoe, looked like they were able to stop Foamstars, but then they weren't expecting that roller to come in from the side and just almost wipe them out, and like, that was definitely the leverage that Foamstars needed for that final push. But we'll have to see if they're able to fare the same in Rainmaker on Hagglefish.
Yeah, definitely. Rainmaker on Hagglefish Market is a very aggressive mode. We all know about the infamous little jump that saves you like 30 points and really makes the match very volatile and really back and forth depending on which team is able to clutch it up faster. So, and we've seen how these two teams play. They play very similarly, playing around that roller player. Owuzi on the side of Foamstars and King Jahi on the side of 1-2 buckle my shoe. And so it's really just going to boil down to which team can enable their main Slayer better, especially on a map that's so aggressive like Rainmaker Hagglefish.
Nah, absolutely, and it's definitely gonna, like, whoever can get that early push is certainly gonna have a good advantage. We saw Foamstars come back in that last match from 10, getting down to 10 points and just knocking it out. So, like, even if, like, we see the same thing, 1-2 buckle should getting that early aggression, maybe getting like a pretty good value. Like, Rainmaker's one of those modes, like, if you don't knock it out, it is not safe, especially for a Hagglefish. This ain't Scorched Gorge. You can get any amount of points for a Hagglefish, no matter how close to the pedestal you get.
No, yeah, definitely. But regardless, we are not coming in here. Both teams sticking to pretty similar compositions here. With Foamstars not switching up at all, and 1-2 buckle my shoe neither. Both teams looking to push up very, very aggressively into see which team gets the pop here first. It looks like it's going to be Foamstars. Yes, it will. That is going to give them an advantage both in terms of map control and specials as they get the first crab of the game. And that is already a pick on one of the splash on the side of 1-2 buckle my shoe. That's really devastating. You need those crab tanks online if you want to make a push really anywhere. But regardless, 1-2 buckle my shoe really managing to keep Foamstars at bay for just a little bit, but not enough. Owuzi just finds a way to get into these really odd angles and really forward positions to set up and put a lot of pressure like they did on that 10.
Yeah, I love Owuzi's early opening pusher. Like, while most of the shooters were focused on the Rainmaker, we saw Owuzi go up the flank on the upper side of the map. I think it would be Foamstars' left side, and they engaged. It looked like King Jahar in a roller v roller matchup, but they ended up taking down one other member of 1-2 buckle my shoe, and that just opened up the push. Now, as the Rainmaker has reset, Foamstars in the lead with 62, but that is just the first checkpoint. Like, that is not a whole lot of lead.
Definitely Jing, the King Jahim winning the roller 1v1 with Owuzi, but 1-2 buckle my shoe don't quite get the checkpoint, stuck at 64, and they are going to get shut down by Echo's crab here. Look at how much space it is denying 1-2 buckle my shoe. The crab plus the whale plus the chip damage is just way too much, and Foamstars is doing a great job of defending against 1-2 buckle my shoe's push.
No, yeah, 1-2 buckle my shoes. Like, they're down 2 members, but the Rainmaker reset, but they were able to get the 3 down. So like, it kind of evened out there. You know, like they're stuck having to regain a lot of ground that they just lost. But Foamstars is certainly making the most of their push back into mid, getting the 2 down, and now with the 52 on this right side, I don't think 1-2 buckle my shoe is going to be able to really push that Rainmaker anymore.
No, yeah, 1-2 Pokemon Shoot push is shut down, and we are back in neutral with both teams very nervous about aggressing. Every pick is just one pick is really snowballing once you have these teams so skittish to push forward aggressively. And the first pick will be coming out. Owuzi is consistently losing these 1v1s to King Jaheim, but it will be leveled out. This 52 flank from Pincher doing so much damage. Even though 1-2 Pokemon Shoe got some picks on the front lines, they now have to worry about a lot of members behind them. Foamstars doing a great job of just pincering 1-2 Pokemon Shoe from all angles, and that's going to give them the advantage. They have an opening to push here and possibly finally make the jump and get some points on the board.
We did see that last member of 1-2 Pokemon Shoe pick up the Rainmaker. That's definitely stalled it out just enough for the team to respawn, but Foamstars has a lot of map control right now. We're seeing that double crab from 1-2 Pokemon Shoe will possibly make some headway, but their machine goes down in the process and they're not able to get a pick off that, so Foamstars still with a lot of map control, and even more so now that they have the Rainmaker popped.
Yeah, Foamstars, and they're still just struggling in this neutral game. Like, there are a lot of trades going on. They didn't quite push with the advantage that they had, and now it's just back to an exactly even fight, 2v2, 2 players alive on both sides, and Foamstars is just looking to just stall it out and maintain their 2-point lead, which is very, very fragile. But based on how both teams are playing, it might just be enough to give Foamstars an advantage for most of the match.
Absolutely. We are 4 minutes into this match, and 1-2 Pokemon Shoe has yet to get that checkpoint, and still that remains the case. The torpedo coming in and shutting down the dunker right there, and now Foamstars is trying to keep it going, but unfortunately 1-2 Pokemon Shoe does get the picks they need, and they're still not quite in the clear with the lead just yet. That is going to be the checkpoint knocked out, and they just need another point for that lead, and they do get it.
Oh, just barely slipping by with that lead of 51, but with only 30 points remaining, this may be what 1-2 Pokemon Shoe needed. Foamstars need to make something happen here, and it's not. And it's looking very difficult as their 52 player goes down. 1-2 Pokemon Shoe is doing a great job of just stalling on this bottom right side and keeping Foamstars from taking an advanced position that might give them the possibility of a push. But this roller, King Jaheim, just, oh my goodness, gets away with an incredible shark. 5 seconds remaining, 4, 3, it's not enough. And 1-2 Pokemon Shoe, although their Rainmaker does get picked, they're just going to pop it, pick it up, and that is going to be game 2 going to 1-2 Pokemon Shoe.
I think precarious was the perfect word to describe that match. You know, Foamstars had that lead for most of the match, but it really didn't take a whole lot for 1-2 Pokemon Shoe to bring that back, and then just to clutch it up with the wipeout from the roller just solidified that lead even more so in the last 30 seconds.
No, yeah, definitely. Honestly, it was looking very dire for 1-2 Pokemon Shoe as the clock was ticking down, but Foamstar just made a few mistakes. 1-2 Pokemon Shoe pushed that advantage, and they struggled a little bit getting lead after that checkpoint thanks to the crab on the side of Foamstars, but it's only 8 seconds, people. That crab is going to run out, and once it did, 1-2 Pokemon Shoe ran that Rainmaker all the way to 51, which, although it's not a big lead, it was just enough for them to take the game.
Yeah, it's not a huge lead, but when you only got 30 seconds, it's the biggest lead in the world. Is pretty much all you needed, but it honestly could have turned out differently if Foamstars hadn't been wiped out there. Like, they definitely had a good shot of getting that lead back, because it wasn't a whole lot, but just the fact that they were all grouped up on that right side, and then just trying to get the pop after that reset just set them up in a nice little line for King Jahar to just come in and wipe them all out.
No, yeah, definitely no. The role of play on 1-2 Pokemon Shoe just the MVP there at the end wiped out any possibility of Foamstars getting in an advantage state to push that Rainmaker. with that triple kill, basically a wipeout. And no, yeah, that was just devastating for Foamstars at the end.
Now we will be going on to clams on Manta next. I am torn. Like, on the one hand, there's some nice ledges for that roller to camp, and just the fact that it's clams makes it great for bubbler, but there's just a whole lot of open spot in the middle. Like, there's not as many good sharking opportunities, especially when you have like a bucket or a crab set up on mast.
No, yeah, definitely. This map isn't very. This map is definitely very good for more dive-heavy compositions, for very aggressive compositions, which we are seeing both teams mirror really well with that roller and those slayers. So it's just gonna bubble down to pretty much which team is able to play that aggressive potential and those mechanical outplays better than the other. And right now we're seeing Foamstars be the victor right now as they wipe out 1-2 Buckle My Shoe. The Cloud running in with the ball. They are going to get set up here. They have a wave breaker, getting set up in a really advantageous position here, controlling a lot of space right now. It is looking very dangerous for 1-2 Buckle My Shoe. Although Foamstars are not scoring a lot of clams right now, it can definitely snowball if 1-2 Buckle My Shoe aren't careful. They need to get the picks they need while staying alive and slowly shut down Foamstars' push, which they are able to due to a lack of clams.
Yeah, the one advantage to getting pushed so early in the game is that there's not a whole lot of clams spawning in, so like any other mode they would have been a huge advantage for Foamstars here, and they're still pressing that advantage, but I just don't have enough clams really spawned out to make too many points off of it. So now 1-2 Buckle My Shoe is able to push back in and shut it down completely.
Oh yeah, and Foamstars just tried to hold on to advantage, and they are still doing a great job of keeping up the pressure. Look at how much map control they have in mid and on that left side, and they actually have one of their rollers really far behind. Sets up that bubbler. That's going to be splitting up a lot of attention from 1-2 Buckle My Shoe. But no, the 52, the Splash-O-Matic on the side of 1-2 Buckle My Shoe gets a ton of picks right now. They can definitely make a ball here, looking to push the basket really aggressively, going for the score. They do, and now the tables have turned. Foamstars is on the back foot with 1-2 Buckle My Shoe having a great crab set up in their street.
Oh, and they're able to fall in love with another crab and a Booyah Bomb to boot, and with the Pity Clam coming in, that's going to be down to 39 for 1-2 Buckle My Shoe. You know, like Foamstars, they're trying to make that push near the end, and we saw the roller just getting really dangerous in that street there, but they didn't account for the bunker, and so the Splash, still defending from the bunker, just completely wiped out the rest of the team, and we saw 1-2 Buckle My Shoe take control of Foamstars' bunker, and that's what allowed them to get so many good points in for free.
No, yeah, definitely, and yeah, just like this is what we've been seeing. It's really back and forth between these two teams, and 1-2 Buckle My Shoe is now in the lead of 39, and it's up to Foamstars to make something happen. But as I say that's 3 down. It's only King Jaheim here. They don't quite manage to pull off the shark as they get picked. That's a lead. There's another power clam coming in. They score it. It's only one more clam left. They can score it right now. And Foamstars pull off the knockout there at the very end of the push. 1-2 Buckle My Shoe just barely chokes that last push, that last defense against Foamstars. And now that leaves Foamstars at match point.
This was a completely different match from what we saw on the Hagglefish market. You know, like, that lead flopped back and forth several times during the course of that match, but in the end it just got knocked out even before the halfway point. So just super impressive, and just see, we mentioned, the aggression on both of these teams just allowed them to open up so much space for their pushes.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's just in this match compared to the Hagglefish game, both teams were a lot more aggressive. There was less time in neutral, and there was a lot more of an advantage state for either team, and that allowed for the much faster pace of play that we saw, which allowed Foamstars to pull off that knockout. But regardless, we are moving on to Splat Zone's MakoMart. Very, very good map for these rollers. So I don't know, they're gonna have a field day here, but they are gonna have to deal with the other one tormenting their teammates. So it's gonna boil down to which team once again can enable their roller to get as many picks as possible.
There's going to be zero hesitation for both the teams. Like, Mako Zones is a tried and true competitive map, and as you said, it is fantastic for rollers. So they're definitely going to be pushing that aggression to the limits and trying to get as far into the enemies as possible. But for now, it's just a fight for zone, and it looks like Foamstars is going to be coming out on top of that fight. The nice picks by the roller, it's just the machine left. But they are still maintaining control of their own base.
Oh yeah, definitely. This machine is doing a great job of holding up against these diving splashes, playing really aggressively, and that's 2 down the side of Foamstars. 1-2 buckle my shoe, looking to push aggressively. Gets a nice direct on the right stack to set up a presence really aggressively on the side of in Foamstars court, and now. Now Foamstars are on the back foot. 1-2 buckle my shoe have a great advantage here, especially with that crab tank, with their roller setting up on that bottom right for those sharks. Ideally, the roller moves into the left to be able to flick over the Foamstars ledge, but that is still good enough. Even though Foamstars set up a big bubbler on the right side, it's not enough as 1-2 buckle my shoe start getting into knockout position.
No, absolutely. Like, they're down to 30 points here. They just need a couple more. They need to hold on for a little bit longer. And right now, Foamstars doesn't have any specials to really contest the zone. Like, they're going to have to just go for pick, but they are wiped out. And that is going to be GG for 1-2 buckle my shoe. And just King Jaheim just going in, just solidifying that hold. And they are going to be taking this game to a match point for both teams.
Definitely very, very close games between these two teams, and as you said, I'm just moving it towards a game 5. We don't see very much of these, but this is sure to be a treat. The roller mirror combined with just such close matches, these two teams are really evenly matched right now.
Indeed, and like we mentioned that left ledge before, you know. We saw in an earlier match on Mako Zones just how aggressive teams can get setting up on that ledge, but both Foamstars and 1-2 buckle my shoe were so good at defending that ledge that just allowed them to have a way back into mid. We saw the machine holding that and get the Booyah Bomb for 1-2 buckle my shoe, and that was just what opened up the door for them to retake that zone and get map control back once they had their members respawn.
No, yeah, definitely. That's the strategy that 1-2 buckle my shoe was looking for. They were looking to just enable those safe jumps back in to keep aggression in the direction of Foamstars and just not give them any space. But once again, we're moving on very quickly to our game 5, tower control on Inkblot Art Academy. This is a tried and true competitive map, as we have talked about it here before, and both teams not switching off their comfort picks.
Oh yeah, these teams loaded in so fast. There was barely any time to get set up here, and once again, like, they're going to be so comfortable playing on this map mode. Like, we're going to just see the rollers just going at it, but we already see one of them get taken down, but the crab is going to be picking up the slack if they're able to survive the opposing roller. And that's going to be 2 down for Foamstars in this opening bout.
No, yeah, definitely. Foamstars did have the advantage, finally getting a few picks, getting that roller set up underneath the ledge, but it wasn't quite enough as they got shut down by 1-2 buckle my shoes. Great crab positioning. Ooh, Woozy getting caught out, not quite able to find the pick, and that's now 2 down on the side of Foamstars. 1-2 buckle my shoe, looking to push aggressively. They see where Foamstars members are, but it's not enough. The 52 gets a pick. Is looking for 2. All the members of 1-2 buckle my shoe are clumped up. That's not a good position to be in, and we just saw a ton of picks go down on both sides. And Foamstars is going to be coming out on top with a crab setup on the left stack, which all but guarantees the checkpoint for Foamstars.
Yeah, Foamstars do get that first checkpoint, but they still have to really push up to the bat area. There's a nice 3 down, and a delay wipe, and that's going to be the opening they need, because we saw the crab earlier just playing defense for 1-2 buckle my shoe, just keeping them from really getting set up, but now they're in a prime position to take this all the way. They are past the second checkpoint. They have a crab on Mushroom, a crab on the Snipe, and they do lose 2 of their members, but they're... Ooh, that's probably going to be the end of that push right there. They were so close to just getting that 3rd checkpoint.
but the damage has been done. A push to 20 is nothing to scoff at, and 1-2 Pokemon Shoe is gonna have to make a gargantuan effort to push it all the way, a bit almost to a knockout, honestly.
No, absolutely. Like, it is going to take a huge push for them to come back, but with the members going down, like, that's going to be incredibly difficult. Foamstars, they lost all their members, but they still have so much map control right now. Like, they didn't waste any time getting back in, and so they're just holding out until they get another opening to push back in. 2 members for both sides, possibly 3, and it is still in Foamstars' favor.
Yeah, Foamstars is just doing a great job. To even though 1-2 Pokemon Shoe has a lot of map control, is keeping up a lot of aggression, their roller just sharking underneath these ledges. Foamstars is consistently punishing some very slight over aggressions and keeping 1-2 Pokemon Shoe at bay. But this might be what actually breaks that curse. The bubble from King Jahim going to do a lot of work here, but there is a roller behind them. Uwuzi coming out yet once again with pick after pick after pick. It is only the Splash alive on the side of 1-2 Pokemon Shoe. Most likely going to jump out. Yes. Yes, they will.
Yes.
And Foamstars once again managing to defend thanks to Uwuzi's master flank.
Yeah, I think there must have been one of Foamstars' members behind 1-2 Pokemon Shoe. We saw the roller just getting distracted, trying to cover up behind them, and we saw half of them, like, it was just the roller and the Tower Rider pushed up for 1-2 Pokemon Shoe, and that just allowed Foamstars so much room to play defense. Like, they weren't able to take control of the bat area, and that's really the key position you want to have when pushing that second checkpoint. They just weren't able to get control of it. But this might be a second chance for them. We see 2 members of Foamstars down, make that 3, just the junior remaining, and now we have all of 1-2 Pokemon Shoe pushed up onto their plat. The roller really making their presence known, the bubbler coming out, and that's going to be a solid control of the bats area.
Oh, Foamstars do not know this roller is here, but they don't quite find the pick. Oh wait, no, scratch that, they do. Can they find a second? Yes, they do. That is 2 down on the side of Foamstars. This is looking very dangerous. 3 down. It's only Uwuzi. That's a delayed wipeout, and that is going to be lead for 1-2 Pokemon Shoe. Foamstars make a crucial mistake at the end with only 35 seconds remaining, and just barely, basically a knockout here. 1-2 Pokemon Shoe bring it back at the very end. Foamstars, man, they were doing so well maintaining that neutral game, but 1-2 Pokemon Shoe just managed to get so many picks, managed to get that delayed wipeout on Foamstars and pushed it all the way to the knockout. Congrats to them. That is going to be them taking the set 3-2 against Foamstars.
Indeed, like, it was a bit of an uphill battle for 1-2 Pokemon Shoe, but they didn't really make too many mistakes in the latter half of that match. Like, they got the picks that they needed, they were able to push up against map control as they needed, and then once they started taking those checkpoints again, they had all of their members on deck. They had all of their team up on Foamstars' plats, pushing them back, and once again, on Tower Inkblot, if that tower starts moving, it is incredibly hard to stop.
No, definitely, and yeah, no, that's the thing. Like you said, it's just tower is such a snowball move, snowballing mode. Sorry, and 1-2 Pokemon Shoe did a great job of taking advantage of just that overall pace of the game. But regardless, after that very tense and very close best of 5 set, we are going to be moving on to winners semifinals, folks. But we are going to be taking a quick break to transition into that set. So we'll be right back. Things are starting to heat up, folks, with some of the best teams pushing up further into winners bracket. So you do not want to lose what is coming. We'll be right back.
Wait, that was
reset
doing one
into
singular
the
bomb?
triple right
Excuse me?
there, and it's not gonna help them. That's a wipeout, and of course this means Chewit, that Rainbow is yours for taking.
They get one of the power clams in. They're gonna try and
Two
get that
power
second.
clams.
They get a second. They get a third in. That is the KO.
3 down as well. Shark Reef are and the double Kraken. Spin it. Spin the Kraken on tower. Get the checkpoint. They don't even need to.
They gotta stay on this. There's people coming from all sides. Who's gonna be able to stay on it? No, Robbie Tomodachi is able to get back onto it.
Surf's up! It's high time for another Tropical Throwdown. Join us June 10th at 1 PM Eastern for your shot at a chunk of the $200 prize pool. Whether you're a squid or a kid, players of all skill and division are welcome. Take this chance at competing with the best players in competitive Splatoon. In celebration of Pride Month, we will be fundraising for a charitable project during the event. We'll see you on the shores.
Splatoon Stronghold, a stronghold for competitive Splatoon, providing resources to long-timers and newcomers alike. If you're new to the competitive scene or still figuring out how to join, we have a getting started guide and plenty of other resources to help you in your journey. If you are a seasoned veteran, we still have plenty to offer. You can find and join tournaments as well as participate in our Captain Forum and find free agents and teams. Our mission is to make competitive Splatoon easily accessible to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Join the Splatoon Stronghold today!